So sitting up nice and tall, find a comfortable seat. Just draw your chin down to your chest and stretch the back of your neck, releasing tension through your shoulders. Feel your breath come in and out. Then draw your shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze them tight, and then just let them go on the exhale. And do that again, a little bit more accentuated. So breathe in and with your mouth open, just rock your jaw side to side. Big yawn. Then squeeze everything in towards your nose. So tight into your face and then let it go. Relax your jaw, let the tip of your tongue just rest inside the roof of your mouth. Just gazing off into the distance. So lifting your gaze up, looking up, having everything in line, so your head and spine are aligned. Good. Nice relaxed jaw. Give yourself a smile. Breathe in and sigh the breath out. One more. Beautiful. On the next inhale, you're going to reach your arms up, up, up. And when you're up here, you're going to roll your shoulders back down towards your hips. So that, imagine those shoulder blades are lifting up and rolling back, opening up through your chest, turning your pinky fingers inwards. Good. Palms face towards each other, fingertips are active. See if you can straighten your arms without dropping those shoulders. So keep those shoulders down without collapsing, without squeezing. You're going to see if you can straighten those arms. Maybe taking your arms out a little bit wider so you can have that nice straight fingers, hands. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to twist to the left. So left hand comes behind your left hip. Keep the right hand up. Root down through those left fingers. And then you're going to twist. Bring that right hand down to outside your left knee. Keep rolling your shoulders back, lifting up through your chest and twisting, looking over your left shoulder. Deep breath in here. See if you can explore anymore, see if you can twist anymore. Keep those hips on the floor. And exhale, come back to the center. Reach your arms up nice and fluid. Find that nice open space. Roll the shoulders back, chest is open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So left hand comes outside that right knee. Right hand comes behind you. Find the floor. Allow those fingertips on the floor. Roll your shoulder. Lift up through your chest. Make sure you're not collapsing on those shoulders. And then look over your right shoulder. Keep your chest open. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep your spine long. Keep both sit bones on the floor. Inhale, lengthen. See if you can twist any more as you exhale. And then come back to the center. Reach the arms up. Exhale, let them go down. So we're just going to play a little bit. So we're going to do a few back bends today, just gentle ones. But with your hands resting up, just fingertips or knuckles on the floor. I want you just to slowly look up. So just imagine your nose is drawing a line with a pencil. And just look up and play with where your neck can go right now. And wherever you can get to, just hold it there. Breathe in and breathe out. And see if you can keep your shoulders relaxed as you look up. So just make a couple of modifications. Roll those shoulders, keep the chest open. Root down through those sit bones. You may need to draw your belly back towards your spine so you feel nice and secure in your core. See if you can look up a little bit more. Stretching into your neck. Keep those shoulders relaxed, so just come back and make any modifications you need to. Breathing in, lifting up, then draw your chin back down nice and slow. So you don't want to get dizzy. Just checking in, making that movement nice and gradual. Then tuck that chin into the chest. Just walk your hands forward. So stay seated and walking your hands forward. Just counter any stretch, any compression there on your neck. Keep that neck tucked into your chest and see if you can walk your hands forward a little bit more. Taking an inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows and fold down a little bit more. See if you can get those elbows and hands on the floor, heads tucked in, stretching into your thighs, releasing tension in your neck. Breathe here. And then walk your hands back towards your hips. Roll the shoulders. So just, yes, nose. Make sure that neck's nice and relaxed. We're just going to drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. So you stretch the right side of your neck, just bring your left hand up and over, grab hold of the top of your right ear and just draw your ear towards your shoulder a little bit more. So it's the other arm. Yeah, that's it, just drawing your left, there you go. So you're just literally putting a little bit more pressure just to increase the stretch. And then release the left hand, swap sides. So right ear comes down, slowly, nice and gently, just literally just placing your fingertips on the top of your right ear, just so you can just kind of encourage your ear to shoulder stretching into your neck. Inhaling, exhaling, and release. Gaze is up. Okay, so we're going to come up to standing, roll forwards onto your hands and knees, find your tabletop position. We're going to come straight up into a downward dog. So tuck the toes under and lift the knees. Sit your heels back towards your hips. Slowly, slowly, just rock those hips side to side as you lift your hips up high. Come up into that downward dog and look up at your belly button. And then pedaling your feet, so dropping the left heel, bending the right knee, and then swapping sides. Keep moving, breathing, lengthening, stretching the calves, stretching your shoulders, stretching your back, lifting your hips up, taking a deep breath in here, and sighing the breath out. And then you're going to come back down onto all fours and take a child's pose to keep that length. Knees nice and wide, toes together, sitting on your heels. Walk your hands forward, head comes to the floor. So just lengthening here, stretching into your hips. Keep scanning your body, so keep checking in what feels good, what feels tight, and sending the breath there. Deep breath in and out. And then slowly coming back to all fours. And we'll do a nice spinal roll now we've stretched out. So on all fours, looking down inside those thumbs. As you breathe in, drop your belly down and just have a play, because you don't want to kind of go straight into it. So dropping your belly down, pushing your hips up. Just a couple of rolls here. So just play, check in, notice how everything feels. And then when you're ready, I want you to do a nice big deep breath and drop that belly as low as you can as your hips lift up. Hold it here. We'll do our first semi-back bend of the day, so roll the shoulders back, look up as much as you can until you feel a little constricted on your neck, and then just relax down. Gaze down inside those thumbs, and then we're going to really accentuate tucking the pelvis under. So tucking the pelvis under and stretching the shoulders up to the ceiling. So we're just doing one stretch and then counter stretching. Keep that chin into your chest. Then again, breathing in, drop the belly. And we're going to roll the shoulders back, so look up and really look back. So you get a nice stretch in that lower back, that really big, deep dip. Hips up high, shoulders back. Exhale, round it out. So tuck that sit bone under, stretch the shoulders up, up. Hug your belly in. Last one, breathe in, drop that belly, hips up, roll the shoulders, chest up, look up. And then exhale, round it out. So stretch the shoulders up to the ceiling, tuck your belly in. Really good. So just make sure you've got space to move forward. You're going to walk your hands forward, keep your hips up high, and draw your chest down to the floor. So your hips are high, your chest comes down. This is your puppy dog. Your chin finds the floor or your forehead, whatever you've got available to you here. You're stretching those shoulders, lifting those hips, rooting down through your hands, lengthening the arms. Deep breath in, sigh the breath out. Coming back up into your tabletop. Taking one round of your cat-cow here, so dropping the belly, hips up, chest forward, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round it out. Stretch the shoulders high up. Really good. And sit back into your child's pose again, lengthening through your spine, so knees out to the sides, toes together. Rock your hips as you walk your hands forward. Find the floor, head on the floor, nice and long. Breathe in and out and just lengthen through your side body. And then slowly come back onto your tabletop, hands on the floor. Find that tabletop position. We're going to come back into a downward dog, so tuck the toes under, lift the knees, sit the hips back towards the heels, and then lift your hips up nice and high. Draw the heels down to the floor, gaze up at your belly button, lengthening through your legs, through your arms, through your spine. Pedal your feet, so bend the left knee, drop the right heel down, and then swap sides, bend the right knee, drop the left heel down. Keep moving nice and fluid, keep breathing. In through the nose, out through the nose. Taking your feet a little bit wider than the mat, so just the outer edges of the mat, so you can draw your heels down, lift your hips up, lengthen and grow and stretch. Really good. Breathe in and out. Bring your feet together. Come up high on your tiptoes, walk your hands towards your feet or your feet to your hands, finding your forward fold, so looking down at your knees. Release any tension on your arms, tuck your chin in if you need to, and then slowly roll up. Vertebra by vertebra. Someone's pulling those shoulder blades up, up, up. Your chin tucks in, and slowly finding your way up to your standing mountain pose. So now we're here, just going to roll your hips, just bend into your knees, any movement. And then come to stillness. Feet a little bit wider than your hips now. Soft knees. Okay, so we're going to do a half sun salutation, which we come up and we come down, but we're going to really see if we can reach back as we come up, okay? So you can watch first if you like. You're going to have soft knees. You're going to breathe in and stretch your arms up to the sky. When you come up here, you're going to bring your hands together. Your fingertips are going to point up to the ceiling. Your shoulders are going to roll back. You're going to push your hips forward and see if you can look back. You want to keep those feet flat down and push those hips forward as you look back. Breathe in, look back, breathe out, bend the knees. And release back down. So you're really going to take it slow on the release back down, okay? So you're going to hinge from the hips as you come down. Hanging down here, sweep your palms up onto your shins, roll your shoulders, see if you can lengthen your legs, so push those kneecaps back, lift the hips up, nice halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees and fold back down. Stay nice and heavy and relaxed here. Soft knees and roll up to stand. So we want to do everything slow and gradual. So again, feet nice and wide, root down through those feet, and if you do feel any tightness on your lower back, just kind of ease off a little bit. So hands outside those hips, soft knees. Inhale and sweep your arms up, bring your hands together, and just release your two and first fingers. So you're reaching up, pointing up to the ceiling. Now you want to have soft knees, draw those hips forward, squeeze your bum and look forward. Look back on me. Hips forward, look back. Hips forward, look back. Exhale, release. Hug the belly in as you roll down. Keep everything nice and protected. Head down nice and low. Root down through those feet. Inhale, swoop the palms up onto your shins and roll your shoulders back. Halfway lift. Lengthen those hamstrings. Exhale, bend the knees and fold down. Inhale and rise up. Round the shoulders, come up to stand, hands outside your hips. We'll do one more of the half sun salutation. So really work on squeezing your bum so you can push your hips forward as you lean back, okay? So you want to have everything protected. Soft knees, inhale, rise up all the way. Come up to stand, soften those knees again, squeeze your bum and bring your hands together. Release those first fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Roll those shoulders back. Squeeze your bum, push your hips forward. Squeeze your bum, push your hips forward and look back. Bum squeeze, hips forward, look back, and then release. Hug that belly into the spine as you soften your knees and hinge forward, folding down into that forward fold. From here, you're going to walk your hands forward, finding a plank position. So coming into your plank, tucking those toes, shoulders over your wrists, hips in line with your heels. Breathe in. As you exhale, drop the knees down, release the feet. Elbows tuck in. You're going to lean forward over your shoulders over your chest even. Elbows tuck in, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so you're going to keep your Elbows under your shoulders, elbows tucked in. Now you're going to lift the palms up and look up. Point your toes, squeeze your legs, look up. Palms are just a centimetre off the floor. Exhale, release the hands down. Drop your head down. Make a pillow with your hands so your one knuckle's on top of the other, one palm on top of the other, and rest your forehead on your knuckles as you rock your hips side to side. Breathing in and out. And then sit yourself back into a child's pose. So you've got those knees nice and wide and you can lengthen through your spine. Take a breath here. Lengthen and release. Lengthen and release. And then slowly bring yourself back onto all fours. Go back into your downward dog. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, sit your hips back towards your heels, lift the hips up nice and high. And then we're going to roll forward right over onto our plank. So toes come up high, draw those shoulders forward, find that plank, hold it here, and then lower your knees down. Release the feet again, top of the feet on the floor. So knees on the floor, feet on the floor. Elbows tight in towards your torso as you draw yourself forward. We're going to count for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. This time, elbows come underneath your shoulders and forearms are on the floor. So your belly's on the floor, legs are extended out behind you. Point those toes, elbows under your shoulders, so your whole forearms on the floor. You're going to roll your shoulders and lift your chest. Point your toes, look back. Push down with your hands and knuckles and wrists and forearms all into the floor. Roll those shoulders back. Push your hips into the floor, push your belly into the floor. Bring your legs together and point your toes so you're one long line. Got a lovely stretch in your lower back. Look over your left shoulder. Back to the center. Over your right shoulder. Back to the center. Good. So from here, you're going to take one hand out to the left, one hand out to the right. Fingertips on the floor. Keep those legs pointed and roll your shoulders. See if you can lift your chest up anymore. Keep that bum squeezed together. You want to have the elbows bent. Roll the shoulders away from you. There you go. So you're pushing into the floor with those fingertips. Look up. Look over the left. Look over the right. Bend the elbows to lower your chest back down onto the floor, making that pillow with your hands, resting your head on your pillow. Rock your hips side to side. Bend your knees, bring your feet up. So your knees are bent, feet are up. And just swing your feet from side to side. So keep the head rested. Have your left cheek on the floor or the mat or your hands. And then swap sides so it's your right. Just keeping everything equal. Taking an inhale here. And then sitting back into your child's pose. So hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up. Knees out to the side, toes together. Walk your hands forward. Find that child's pose. Lengthen through the spine. And breathe. One more inhale. And exhale, sigh the breath out. Okay, slowly make your way back into your tabletop and find your way into your downward dog. So tuck those toes, lift the knees, sit the hips back towards your heels and shoot the hips up to the sky. You're going to ground down through the left heel, point the right toe, lift the right leg up really high as you can. Three-legged dog, stretch up, and then as you exhale, draw that right knee in towards your nose and then squeeze your right knee nice and high and then bring your right foot inside your hands at the front of the mat. Wherever it lands, just bring it up, use your hands. Come up onto those fingertips and roll your shoulders, you can look up. And then you're going to just come up high on your left toes and then drop the left knee, release the left foot. Bring yourself up so that you're in your lunge position. Bring your arms up. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Bring your hands back down to the floor. You're just going to walk that right foot forward a couple of inches and then lift the right toes up and then bring yourself forward and backwards. So having a play. So as you sit back, you're lifting your toes back towards you. As you come forward, you're lunging into that hip. Having a play here. Doing a couple of movements. Then we're going to come to stillness with the right foot on the floor, lunging forward onto that right foot. We're going to have a little bit of a balance. So bring your right hand up to your right thigh. Left arm comes up. And see if you can reach back. Look back. Breathing in and out. Left hand comes back down onto the floor. So hug your belly as you bring that left hand back down. Releasing the right foot. We're going to swap sides. So tuck the toes, lift your hips up, find that downward dog. Sit back on those heels, lift up high. And then you're going to root down through the right heel, point the left toes, lift up with the left leg, really high. And then bring that left knee in towards your nose, squeeze it nice and tight. And then plant the left foot at the front, inside your hands. So again, wherever it lands, use your hands just to put it right there. Roll the shoulders, come up into those fingertips. Breathe in. And then come up high on the right tiptoes, drop the right knee down, release the right foot. Good. Reach up, come into your lunge. Beautiful. Nice. Breathe in. And out. Right, both hands come down. Just shuffling that left foot forward now. So just a couple of feet, toe heel, come forward. Lifting the toes up as you sit back. And then lunging forward into your hips. And then again, lifting, sitting back and lunging forward. Just having a play, stretching into your hamstrings. Really good. Breathe in, breathe out, then come to stillness. Just bring that left hand up onto your left thigh. Reach the right hand forward, up and back. Really good. Inhale, exhale, release. Hands come down, release your left foot back into your tabletop position. You're going to sit yourself down on your hips. Bring your feet out in front of you. So, feet are rooted, knees are high. Sit up nice and tall. Hands come out to the side. Breathe in, sit up tall. Breathe out, lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay everything down and then hug your knees up into your chest and rock from side to side. Then grounding your feet down on the floor. We're going to sit up and take a bridge position. So your feet root down, reach your fingertips down so you can just touch your heels. And your knees are just tracking your ankles, okay? As you inhale, you're going to lift your hips up off the floor and round your shoulders underneath you. So just walking your shoulder blades underneath you, maybe interlacing your fingers, using your baby fingers just to push down on the floor as you lift your hips up. Breathing in, squeezing that bum, lift the hips up. Breathing in, breathing out, lifting up. Keep lifting, root down through those feet. Make sure the knees are tracking your ankles. Make sure your toes face forward. Lift your hips up, higher. Then come up onto your tiptoes. Release your arms out from underneath you and lowering your hips down onto the floor. Once you've got your hips on the floor, bring your soles of your feet together and knees out to the side. And just roll those knees from side to side, so opening up through those hips. Taking a deep breath in and sighing the breath out. And hugging your knees up in towards your chest again, rocking from side to side. We're going to take a spinal twist. So left leg stretches, comes down onto the floor away from you. Right knee's hugged in nice and tight. Grab hold of the right knee with your left hand. Right hand comes out to the side. Use the left hand to draw your right knee down onto the left side. Keep those shoulders on the floor. Look over your left shoulder. Sorry, look over your right shoulder. So you're looking in the opposite direction. Breathing in here and out. And then slowly come back up. Give yourself a hug and swap sides again. You're going to drop the right leg down now. Hug the left knee in nice and tight. Release the left leg out to the left hand out to the side. Use the right hand to draw the left knee over to the right. Look over those left shoulders. Twisting here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly come back up to the center. Give yourself a hug. And then rolling all the way down. Lengthening, finding your resting pose, your Shavasana. Let everything settle. Point your toes away from you. Draw those shoulders away from you. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly start to deepen your breathing. Become aware of the sounds around you, smells around you. Become aware of the breath as it comes in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then drawing your knees up into your chest one more time. And then slowly rolling over onto the right side. Allowing yourself the last few moments of stillness, inhaling and exhaling, and then slowly bring yourself up to seated, the legs crossed, chin just drops down into your chest, hands resting on your knees. Just going to do a couple of circles, so draw yourself forwards and back. And the other way. And then come to stillness. Bring your hands to your heart, hands in prayer. Fold your forehead down so you can brush your third eye with your fingertips. We'll seal our practice. Namaste.